Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well here on Ice Open Media. Got a dream here. I'm not going to tell you the name of the person. I told him I'm not going to tell them, I'm not going to speak their name, but it's a quick dream. It's not a long dream, but it's just another example where people are getting these dreams and about the Iraqi dinar revaluation, and a lot of people are starting to dream again about this stuff. And I guess because we're getting to the point of the end here, right? So we have the wars going on, in the Middle East, and things are changing, and Iraq is getting ready to break free from from America, and from the Iranian proxies, right? So we're getting closer and closer. So because of that, people are getting excited, and people are having all these dreams, right? So let's go over the dream now, and then we'll talk about it. All right. So we'll talk about the dream. All right. So the person says, last night I saw the Iraqi dinar revalue in my dream. Now, I think this person told me that they've had four dreams about the Iraqi dinar. I believe they had, I believe that's what they told me. They've had four dreams about the Iraqi dinar revaluing. So that's good. So they're not new. This is not their first time dreaming about the Iraqi dinar, right? So that they've had, I think they said they had four dreams on this thing already. Okay. So last night I saw the Iraqi dinar revalue in my dream. I was at a financial institution. Looking around, I heard a lady cashing in while visiting the bank. Wow. So that bank must have had a Delarue machine, right? Because if she heard the lady cashing in, then that means that the Delarue machine was probably raining in or ringing in, or whatever you want to call it, her dinars, right, into the Delarue machine. It was going, so maybe that's probably what she heard um, when she talks about cashing in. She heard a lady cashing in, or it could be that she was just standing in line and the lady was talking to the teller about the Iraqi dinar revaluing, and that she had dinars and she was ready to exchange, right? So it's not, because we're not really cashing in, we're actually exchanging, right? So um, one currency for another, right? Um, so it could have been either one of those options. Could have been a lady. It could have been a lady just talking to the teller about the dinar, and saying, "Look, I'm exchanging these. They've revalued," and the lady's confirming that the teller is confirming that it has revalued. Or it could have been literally them at some type of manager's desk, and the Delarue machine is going completely crazy because she has, maybe 5 million dinars, and they're putting it in there, and it's going another 25 notes, and the 10,000 notes and the 5,000 notes are all going and so she could hear her, and she could hear the notes, and she probably saw the notes and said, "Oh, that's the dinar." Okay, anyway, maybe they were having conversations as well. Everybody's excited, the dinar is revalued. Okay, so it says here, I asked, so she heard it while she was visiting the bank, and then she said, I asked this person asked the banker, excuse me, did I hear the Iraqi dinar has revalued? Okay. So now the person saying, that they actually, excuse me, I heard that the Iraqi dinar is revalued. So that means that there might have been a conversation, right? So 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 when she got to the teller, it was a conversation. She probably overheard that conversation, right? Of the dinar revaluing. Okay. The banker said, "Well, yes." it has revalued. And after asking me if I have any Iraqi dinars, I said yes. And so the teller, which was a man, the teller showed on the screen. So the teller showed the pricing on the screen. Okay. And so, and the teller was a man that showed her the pricing on the screen. So it says, I couldn't tell if I was seeing 0.22, which is 22 cents, or $2.22. Okay. I asked the banker so that the Iraqi dinar is revalued at 22 to 32 cents or $2.22. I could see the numbers from a blur. Okay, so the numbers were blurry in the dream, so she couldn't tell the numbers. Uh, I woke up before the banker answered. That's interesting that you wake up before the banker, and it doesn't really matter what the banker's answer was. Because it's a dream, and we know that any numbers can be picked in dreams. 22. People have seen all types of numbers from 15 cents all the way up to $7, $5. So in dreams, it's just a number that telling you that it's going to have value. That's all it is, right? All this is, and so the numbers were blurry because the numbers don't really, it's not that important. I mean, it is important, but it's not that important because it's a dream. So as long as the numbers are up there at 15 cents to $4, it just means that it's just an indication that it's gonna have value, more value than it has now. That's all it is. So nobody knows what numbers actually going to be. Everybody has had thousands of dreams with different numbers, so we don't know what it's gonna be when it comes out. um, okay, and so let's continue. So the amount was not clear. So the amount of what the price or what the price of the dinar wasn't clear. Was it 22 cents or was it $2.22? She couldn't tell, right? And she says, I sent so that well she also said this is my fourth time having a dream in total. Um, And then she says that she sent her girlfriend um, a message about the dream about around 7:01 a.m. in the morning. And then someone said some girl is on a podcast saying she went into a Bank of America saying they would get the rate of 25,000 Iraqi dinars for $6,000.25. That's interesting. And it says the lady told her to go to Wells Fargo first, large denominations, and wink at her to go there for her exchange. Okay, it says this was hearsay to me on a YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm not going to say the YouTube channel, but on a YouTube channel. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. Um, Interesting. So the dream was she said I messaged my friend, girls call each other girlfriends, you know what I mean, but it is what it is. So I messaged my girlfriend about a dream at 7 a.m. Okay, 7:01 a.m. She also told me that somebody else or something else happened that I think the YouTube video was out around 7 as well. And I did tell her that maybe the sevens just mean that in the mornings mean that it's gonna happen before you wake up or while you waking up the dinar is gonna revalue. Because I think most of us have had the dreams where the dinar actually revalues while we're sleeping or just waking up, right? And that's because of the time difference. If you're in the Western world, the time difference, right? So they're like what 8 hours ahead or something like that. So the time difference, so that while you're sleeping, that's when your dinar is going to revalue, right? So people we're going to wake up to the dinar evaluation. It could be 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning. All depends on your time zone. Okay, and also it's very interesting because the hold on, because of the I got a message here. Um, Okay, let me go here. Go back to it. Okay, so the rate was 25,000 to and you were, yeah, 25,000 dinars for $6,000. So is that 22 cents? That's gotta be a little, close to 22 cents, because 25,000 dinar note at $1 is 25,000. And if you just go down to 50 cents, it's half of that. So 25,000, this is like 12.5 or 12.75, right? Um, is it is it 12.5 or 12.20? I don't know. 12, no, yeah, 12.5, 12.5. Um, so it'll be 12.5. And then 50 cents will be 12,500 dinars. And then if you go half of that was 25 cents, and you get 6 12 5, you get 6 2 right? So yeah, so it's almost 20, it's a little bit lower than 25 cents. So it's about 24, 23 cents, somewhere around there, right? 24 to 23 cents. So maybe even 22. So okay, so 25,000 for six. Now remember, this is when it just comes out. The dinar revalues, and if it comes out low, it doesn't mean that it's going to stay low. You know, it can definitely rise and go up until towards the $1 to $4. If it comes out high, then it can go up. Maybe it can still go a little bit higher and then start pulling back and then settle where it needs to settle. Either way, the dinar is going to settle where it needs to settle. And Dr. Shabibi talked about the golden age and the golden years of where they wanted to settle around that $1.50 to $2.20 area. So 225, somewhere around there. So that 150 to 220 area is where that's where they wanted to settle at. It could be a lot higher now or lower. We don't know. That was 10 years ago. So we have no clue. We have no clue on what they, what they want to do on that. But okay, so the 7 a.m. probably just means that it's going to most likely it will be revalued before we wake up, or right when we're waking up, it will already have revalued. So that's probably what that means. It's just early morning stuff. And the exchanging for 25,000 to 6,000 is just the rate at the in the dream of 22, 23, 24 cents. But that's at the beginning, and it could definitely rise a lot higher. If it does come out lower, it could definitely rise towards that $1 to $3 range, no problem, in my opinion. I think if it comes out low like that, you're gonna see a bunch of people load up on it. It's gonna be buying. You're gonna be a lot of buyers in that 25 cents area, right? So because you know that it has the potential to get to $3. So you'll have millionaires and billionaires buying the dinar, right? And everybody rushing into the dinar because they know it's going to go a lot higher than that, and at least get the $1 to $3 range. So that's going to be interesting to see the big rush into the Iraqi dinar if it does come out at 25 cents. Okay. And is there anything else in the dream that I need to talk about? Let's see here. The lady told me to go to Wells Fargo. And that's interesting because there's prophetic words that Wells Fargo is not gonna be lasting long. So, and a lot of us have had really bad experiences with Wells Fargo. So that's kind of interesting to say go to Wells Fargo. So when a lot of people have prophetic words that Wells Fargo was not going to be around for much longer, and they've also been suffering big time. They used to be one of the premier banks, and then all of a sudden they had all these fraud cases against them, and opening fake bank accounts and all types of stuff, right? And then mismanaging people and repoing cars, and and all type, like just doing some bad things to people. And then they had this big old program of "I'm sorry, we're sorry, and we're gonna be better" and all this stuff. And then they got caught again doing some evil stuff. So, I'm not, I'm not gonna recommend. I'm not recommending any banks, but definitely, I'm staying away from Wells Fargo. Um, yeah, that's just me though. I'm staying away from Wells Fargo, but that's just, you guys do whatever you want, right? Um, but the dream talk. The lady told her to go to Wells Fargo first. It says large denominations and wink at her to go there for her exchange. That's interesting. So, okay. Now that's just another person's dream from that YouTube. That wasn't the actual person's dream. That was the people on YouTube that had a dream about the dinar as well. And that was, I guess it was around the same time, around 7 a.m. or whatever time frame. So that's interesting. So a lot of guys and girls are having dreams about the dinar. We're seeing what's happening in the Middle East. We're getting ready for the shock of the year, right? And they're going to call it the Great Israeli Mistake. But so all these things are coming, and they're coming fast. And so, if you guys want to keep up with that stuff, man, you can hit me up on Patreon. I'm on Patreon, man. Come on through. We're trying to get 1,000 people on. We're trying to hit 1,000 people on Patreon, man. I think we're at 770 some people right now. We're trying to get to that 800 and trying to get to 1,000 people. We should already have 1,000 people on Patreon, but we were trying to get to 1,000 people, then get up to 5,000, 10,000 people. I think this is a great year to do it. I think by the end of this year, if we can see the dinar and the cryptos can really go well, maybe there will be 5,000 people, 10,000 people on my Patreon, but I don't know. But we should already have that, right? We should already have that many people on my Patreon. By the way, we should, especially when my Currency 365 channel is terminated. People should be on Patreon, right? So. You would expect about 500, at least 1,000 people to come over there and join me on Patreon, and just to stay in contact with me, because you can message me on Patreon as well, right? So, but it is what it is. It's slowly picking up, and we're picking up again, and we're getting closer and closer to the grave surrender and the shock of the strikes and all types of other things that are going to break in the system, and all the other things that are going to be happening with cryptos and investments and oil and gas and everything is coming. When things seem at their worst, I will set my people free. So that's where we are right now. People are being squeezed, and but yet people are still having dreams and hope, and people are seeing themselves in wealthy situations and going upstairs and upgrade and seeing themselves in promotions, even though they're in complete nightmare situations right now. So God is telling you that just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. I got you, right? When things seem at their worst, I will set you free. So that's the promise of God, and we're gonna keep it. We're gonna roll with it, and we're gonna stay positive. We're not gonna give up, because we know that we're at the brink, and when we're at the brink, the devil tries to squeeze us to the max to surrender, but we're not gonna surrender. We're gonna stay put, and we're gonna survive, and not only survive, but when God releases us, we're going to thrive, and we're gonna be the one percenters, right? And so the kingdom of God is going to be go from the bottom to the top, where we belong. We are the kingdom people. We belong at the top. We belong the one percenters, and that's where God is going to be taking us. Peace out. God bless. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.